Hello, welcome to the Carrington resident meeting for January 2021. This is being recorded on Thursday, January 21st, to be broadcast on Tuesday, January 26th. You may notice a change of surroundings and a little bit of echo, and that's because we're recording in the Crown Activity Room, also known as the Ping Pong Room, on the third floor. So for all our ping pong players out there, Jim, Marv, and others, want everyone to know we leave the ping pong table set up for residents to enjoy every day, with the exception of a private meeting Sunday afternoons. I will appear from being the voice off screen and sit down with resident council and our Acting Life Enrichment Director for Independent Living, say that 3 times fast, May Granada.
Hello everyone. Just want to first of all thank you for the great welcome since I've started here. This is my second week and I had a great welcome, and I'm looking forward to planning exciting activities for the upcoming months. But just to let you know, I know we're looking for an exercise specialist. We've got a couple of prospects. I know this will be broadcast on the 26th. We've got a couple of interviews already for next week. So hopefully by then, in a couple of weeks, I hope we can make a decision in hiring exercise specialists. In the meantime, just to let you know, as far as our gym hours, we are open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4, and then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2. There is a class with Melanie, as some of you already signed up. She's got a class on Saturday and one at 2 o'clock and the other one at 2:45. So please, if you are interested, sign up by the concierge, and yes, so because it gets booked fast.
Very popular so far.
So yeah, just
I believe Melanie has 2 classes during the week as well.
Yes.
You can sign up at the concierge.
yes, she's started a bridge program starting next week. She's gonna have a bridge bidding class for Monday. I will have the weekly. We started out with a weekly, as some of you have already gotten. It's displayed by the cafe, and also there's a daily chronicle there that I put up. So pick up a daily chronicle and a weekly. Every day there's a daily chronicle there. The weekly I put up either on every week on a Thursday or Friday. So it should be there definitely tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, May, where did you
Anything
come
else?
from? You
Oh.
were over at Yale, right?
Yes, I've been on the assisted living side and memory care for a little over a year. So I've worked with that department, and I work with Dee Dee. So yeah, it was a great experience there. But before that, I come from independent and assisted living at a senior Jewish retirement home community up in the Uptown area. So I had great experience there, and I'd like to apply some of the activities that we did on that facility and bring it here. So looking forward to a great summer with some exciting and fun things here. So thank you very much.
All right, welcome, May.
Thank you.
So, May is super busy. That's why we asked her to do her introduction first, and we'll let her get back to business now, and we'll continue with the resident meeting. So,
All right.
glad you're with us, May, and
See you
thanks for
guys.
coming.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, May. See ya.
We don't have to do musical chairs. I think
I'm
we can all
sorry.
stay where we're at.
Yeah.
Thanks, May.
It might be entertaining if we did musical chairs.
Fast forward that part.
Yeah, we'd have to sing. Or do the round and round the mulberry
Yeah.
bush? No, which one was, where
Oh,
we all have
dear.
to sit down and somebody doesn't get a seat?
Oh, musical chairs.
Musical chairs,
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you for tuning in to the January resident meeting, first resident meeting of the new year, 2021. We'll start off by saying many residents have probably seen our new market store shelves that are in the store area by the concierge desk. We think it looks very nice in there. It allows us for more storage space to offer more selections to the residents and encourage you to check it out. May has also started a contest to name the market store. So we encourage residents to go on the market store, fill out your suggestion. There's a basket to put the suggestions in. We'll gather those up. We'll have residents vote on what they think the best name is. And the winning submission will get a gift certificate to the market store. So we'll get a nice sign to put the name up, and the resident that picks that name will be rewarded with a semi-fabulous prize. Yeah, semi-fabulous. What another nice feature that you may have noticed is we've added resident mail cubbies in the package room area. And we're just waiting, as of this recording on January 21st, we're waiting to get the brass plaques with the apartment numbers that will be put on for each of those mail cubbies, and then residents will receive, your billing statement will be put in your mail cubby. You can leave a note for a neighbor. You might get a notification a package has arrived, a little note in there, a fun way to leave a happy gram perhaps. But it's nice, it matches the market store cabinets, and just something that we think will improve life for our residents here at the Carrington. For those of you who are new, I'm Tom Whitaker. I'm the Executive Director. I'm joined by the Resident Council, so I'll go around and let them all introduce themselves, and then I'll give some updates about the COVID vaccines, the IDPH and CDC guidance, which we follow here at the Carrington regarding activities, and then we'll go around with the various committees that the resident council members are on with updates for the community. So, Haima.
I'm Haima Levin. Nice to be here with you. Building house. Oh, I chair the Building Operations Committee.
I'm Phil Castigiovanni, and I chair the Dining Room Committee.
He's also the head of the council, and he attends all meetings that council members. I'm Mary Jo Winkus. I lead the Activities Committee every month.
All right. Thank you all. Good to be with you again. A big thank you to Resident Council for assisting with contacting our residents as we collected the vaccine consent forms, because as you might imagine, this is a big process with getting vaccines from the federal government administered by Walgreens on site in the community on Friday, January 22nd. The follow-up dates for doses will be February 12th and also March 5th. You only need 2 doses, but the reason we have 3 dates is for anyone who misses their first dose on January 22nd, they can get their first dose February 12th and follow up with that second dose on March 5th. The Resident Council helped with contacting those who had either completed a form but it hadn't made its way down to the wellness office or concierge desk, or just perhaps had been doing other things and weren't aware that this upcoming date was going. So want to share with the entire community that I'm not aware of any residents that are not participating. So really happy to know that we're all doing this together to keep the community as safe as possible. I'll be there with a short sleeve shirt on, getting my shot as well. And when you see this on the 26th of January and that week, we'll already have received our first dose. In addition to thanking Resident Council for participating, would like to share with everyone that we extended the offer to the Lincolnwood Police Department to join us at the Carrington to receive their vaccines as well. We wanted to give back to the community. The fire department had already received theirs, which is great, and we were able to say, hey, we're getting our doses on January 22nd. Why don't you, the Lincolnwood Police Department, come on over as well get vaccinated, when our staff is getting vaccinated. We're all part of one community, and they certainly come here to keep us safe when necessary. So happy to be able to partner with them. I've been encouraged to speak about the January 22nd first dose in past tense, because you'll be seeing this after it's occurred. The second dose, we're getting the Pfizer vaccine, so the second dose is 21 days apart. And by all accounts, most of the recent materials say about 3 weeks after that second dose is when you really have the full efficacy and protection of the 2-dose vaccine. So if you're getting your second dose February 12th, likely going to be about the beginning of March 5th, that you'd be fully protected. And if you get your first dose February 12th and your second dose March 5th, by the end of March, you'll be fully affected. Do want to point out that Cook County continues to be under restrictions mandated by the state, and those state restrictions need to be lifted before the Carrington community can progress through the CMS phases, which affect the number of residents we can have in small group meetings, as well as dining in the dining room and the visitation. So what we're going to continue to do is monitor the state restrictions on the county, as well as CDC and IDPH guidance for communities such as ours. So as we complete the vaccine process, we'll look at the most recently available information and make sure that all of our residents are informed about any potential changes in the community that can occur after we've completed vaccines, based on what's going on both outside and inside the community. Let's see.
Census?
The census. So the census for the community as a whole is about 60%. We have 153 occupied independent living apartments and about 35 second residents. We have 40 occupied AL apartments, and that includes 10 in our bridge area on the 3rd floor. And we have 30 occupied memory care apartments. So all told, we're right at about, with second persons, we're right at about 260 residents in the Carrington. And again, 60% occupied as a community. So we have, as of today, we think we have about, with marketing working with our prospects, and a lot of people were encouraged to know if they moved into the Carrington, they could get their vaccine before the general public. We believe we have about 6 residents moving in for January, 4 in independent living and 2 more in assisted living. That'll be occurring at the end of the month. And we look forward to new residents joining us and welcoming them and having them become part of our community. And as the days get longer with more sunshine and, dare I say, a little bit warmer each day, look forward to a nice spring here at the Carrington. I feel like I've talked plenty, so I'll pass this along to Haima, and we'll go around the horn with some updates from the council.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. We appreciate all that you do for us all together. It's really a team effort here, and as a member of the resident council, I know that that's not just lip service. Tom engages us, and we engage Tom, and that's really a significant kind of partnership. The Building Operations Committee works together with Dave Jenkins, who's the Building Operations Manager at the Carrington, and there are a couple of things pretty minor in the scheme of life, but that have come up recently, so I thought I would mention them to you. One is that you recently received a copy of housekeeping responsibilities, what you could expect when housekeeping comes to your apartment, and I was asked, you've had that before, and I was asked why it was distributed again, and the answer is that on the second page of the document, it shows that Dave has determined the amount of time that a housekeeping team can spend in each apartment relative to the size of that apartment, because the housekeeping teams have to get through a certain number of apartments every day. And so if you want a certain amount done in your apartment, and you pick up all your own stuff and clear off the surfaces and whatever so that they can get at your apartment to clean, they will. If they need to spend their time moving your things, they won't get as much done because they're obligated to spend only X amount of time in your apartment based on the size of your apartment. So no different than housekeeping anyplace else. If you want more done, clear off your own things before they come. There's also an additional note on the second page that says if there's some special kind of cleaning that you would like the team to do that isn't usually done, you can swap out something regular. If you tell them they don't have to do one of the bathroom floors or something, and they can use that time to do something else that you would especially like them to do, that's also an option that you can do. Our new housekeeping supervisor is Josephina, who's a lovely, lovely lady. And if you need to speak to her, you can get to her via the concierge. She has an email address. She's easily accessible, and she's just lovely to talk to, and you'll have no problem at all. The other thing I wanted to mention was that the building operation, the residents from the building ops committee, normally at this time of year, all the outside furniture would have been collected and stored for the winter, other than in the places where it is. We asked Dave, under the circumstances with COVID and visiting outside, being restricted to visiting outside, to please leave the furniture, the chairs and the tables that are available to us, to leave them up outside, as you know they exist. And there are still people willing to bear the cold and bundle up, and there are families who are visiting outside. So we're appreciative of the fact that the furniture has been left up and it's available. And I will tell you that my sister came here a couple of weeks ago, and she brought 2 little space heaters with her, and we sat along the back of the building on the pond side, and she brought an extension cord with her, and we each had we were bundled up, and we each had warm toes because we each had a little space heater. So, you know, get as creative as you can, but visit with your family as much as is possible. We certainly hope you'll be able to do that. Phil?
Yep. Hi, I'm Phil Castrovanni, and I'm in charge of the committee for dining. And I just want to bring to your attention, I'm glad, one of the biggest things that has happened there is that those little cards that are put into your dining, into your delivery, have been coming back very well. And there are 15 pages of positive and only 5 pages of negative, which is a big turnaround. Don't come and tell us about it. You put it on that card, and I guarantee you Monica is on top of it. Make sure you can get your comments, whether it's good or bad, back to Monica.
In the box. Put them in the box in the mailroom.
That is correct. Put it in the box, no, it'd be the box in the mailroom or any place down near that area. Like, I think you could even put it in, well, put it in the box in the mailroom, that's the easiest way. Everybody seems to be going along with the flow. Our servers are very gracious to us. Everybody who I've talked to are very happy with the service that they're receiving on that. The other thing is, off of that, I just want to go, Mary Jo is going to tell you more about it. But we have just come through, we have a new president in the country, and even through the rough times, we came through it. By the time you see this, he will be in office at least a little over a week. And he has started doing things from the very first day. And we, here at the Carrington, are going to have our own election. You have been advised of it. You'll get more, Mary Jo will tell you more about it. Give it a thought about getting on the board. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's a wonderful ride. It's a way for the residents to let the administration of the Carrington know what some of the problems that are arising with the residents, and and they're very cooperative. When they can make a helpful change, they will. So at this particular point in time, I think I'm gonna turn it over to Mary Jo.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the election in a second. First of all, with activities, you met in May. She did come to our January meeting. She's taking in lots and lots of ideas. So she's already a delightful resource for us. Second of all, if you get the AARP bulletin that just came into my mailbox, they have a big article about how to beat COVID this year, about the vaccine, a lot of interesting information. I encourage you to read it. Now, regarding elections, Friday night, you will receive,
You already received.
you will have received, good heavens. Now I've got to really get my brain around that aspect. Okay, you will be getting, and will have gotten a letter telling you what you need to do if you want to run for the council. And it will have begun Saturday. You have until February 5th, end of day, to sign up. So you need to sign up at the concierge. You will need to pick up a packet only for candidates. This explains what the roles and responsibilities are and includes our bylaws, and includes a one-page explanation. We want a short bio, just a paragraph, a photo if you can do it. If you have one electronically, you can send it with your little bio in email to the concierge. Instructions will be included in the letter. If you have a hard copy of a photo, one of us, can
Right.
we do that? Can you take a photo,
I
a
can.
picture of a photo in your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so ask one of the council people, we can come and take a photo, because what we want to do is put together a packet for all the residents, since we don't know everybody anymore, of who is running for council, with a photo and with a short explanation of why they want to be here. You need to have lived here for 6 months by March 1st, when the new council becomes installed. So stuff coming, you're going to get bios and ballots, and sign up if you want, pick up more information. More information will be coming as time continues, and sorry, I'm trying to figure out, voting, residents will vote, voting will end February 19th, and then on February 25th, we will announce who your new council will be, effective March 1st. It's a lot to take in, information coming, so election excitement continues.
So, just to
Yeah.
just to reiterate, so you already have gotten information on this, but we'll say it again. For this voting, we will add 3 more people to the council. 2 people from the old council will stay on for 1 more year. That is Haima and myself, Phil. These 3 people that come on are 3 people who are voted in on an odd year, 2021. Haima and I will be going off at the end of the year, or at that particular point in time, and we will be the 2 that will be voted in on the even year, 2022. You will have 3 people voted on the odd year, 2 people voted on the even year. You'll always have an exchange of people every year, so you will be voting once a year. Since the terms are every 2 years, you will have it every year, a vote. Anything more, ma'am?
No, just that it gives us new blood, and it also maintains the continuity of the community.
Correct.
And both are important. Continuity and new people coming in bring different ideas to the table, and we welcome a table that's continuing to expand. So If you want to join our table, we welcome you and certainly encourage you to give it a thought, a good thought, a moving, do it,
Right.
go for it.
And I, as the leader of the council, want to congratulate the other members of the council. We worked hard and did a lot of things in the 2 years and 3 years that we were on.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And we have new documents such as policies and procedures and started the new voting, all for your residence council. It's strictly run by the residents, has nothing to do with the administration of the Carrington. They are just an avenue and a catalyst to the administration to bring your wishes and what's happening to the administration. That's all I have.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, by the time we do another
Huh?
one of these, we will have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and one of the opportunities of participating is you might be included. The next council will be in the March recording.
Okay.
So the March meeting. I do want to touch on one more thing before we wrap up this meeting. I did hear the heat kick on, so I'm going to try to speak a bit more loudly just to make sure that I can be heard over the heat in the room right now. Want to share with the whole community, obviously through COVID, safety is our top priority. We're going to continue wearing masks even after the vaccines are completed and following every precaution that we can. I do want to share that as of the time you see this on Tuesday the 26th and the week of, we will have completed the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Lincolnwood Fire Department EMT bay on the west side of the campus. For those of you that are new to the community, we have an ambulance here from the Lincolnwood Fire Department that is literally stored in the building, and members of the Lincolnwood Fire Department are here for the overnight shift 7 days a week from approximately 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So in terms of a community safety factor, I'm not aware of any other community in the area that can say that they have the any fire department on site, and just a really neat partnership, which obviously shortens response times in the event of an emergency. Now you continue to use your pendant. If there's an emergency in independent living, you can use the pull cord in your washroom. You can call the concierge and tell them to call 911. But knowing that the Lincolnwood Fire Department is here supporting our community is awesome, and we're really glad to have them. Other than that, just want to say, really excited that we'll have begun our vaccines. This is always so difficult to speak in past tense before things happen. We're having fun doing that. But stay safe, take it seriously, keep your mask on at all times. Let's keep our community safe, keep your neighbors safe, and we will get through this together. And looking forward to a great spring here at the Carrington. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.